Alrighty, yo, you guys, Beast, back with some more Beastly content. So I know I usually don't do Destiny 2, but I do got a video for you today. I've been playing the new Lightfall DLC, and I've been playing with Strand, and while this isn't my best version so far, this is my Spider Hunter. I don't mind the armor, it's not perfected. I had a better looking Spider Hunter that was closer, but this works, and it kind of feels more Destiny 2. So let's go. So first things first, Strand, we're going to get into the subclass itself. Now you will be unlocking this subclass in its full, to where you can actually use it and adjust things in the end of the DLC, so yeah, just know that. So first things first, I use the normal marksman's dodge. I just use strafe jump because we're using the rope swing ability to get around. We're not really using the triple jump anymore. The strafe jump gives you more direction control with your jump, and I just kind of find that way more helpful when you're grappling around, because there were so many times in the Caliph boss fight not having the ability to change it over to strafe jump that I would throw myself over to the little railing thing and then barely miss it and die every single time. So strafe jump will just kind of save you for that. Once you let go of the grappling, you can jump over, it'll put you where you need to be. Super easy. Threadling Spike melee ability, I just like this the most. You throw the knife and it comes back to you. It's the only one I got unlocked right now, is what we're going to use, and I think it's most like web slinging for a spider. So let's go. Grapple, this is of course what you got to use for your grenade. This is what creates the grapple and the thing that's making you most like Spider-Man to begin with. You can use these other grenades, but they do not have grapple, and you're not going to be web swinging around, so what's the point even? The two base aspects are what we're using right now. There's no other aspects unlocked right now. This is a very early Lightfall build. I don't have the exact fragments I want to use, but I do have the core ones. So this is Start of Ascent, activates your grenade abilities, reload your equipped weapon, and grants bonus airborne effectiveness. So basically, every single time you web swing, you are going to be activating or reloading your weapon. One of our weapons generates grenade ability. We'll get into that into a bit. The second one, dealing damage, generates grenade energy. So just dealing any sort of damage will generate grenade energy. I do believe it has to be strand damage. I'm not for sure on that. It might just be any damage. It does show the little strand thing there, but I wouldn't think it would need to be strand. So I think any damage is also going to be giving more grenade energy now with that equipped fragment here. This one, powered melee kills, final blows grant your strand weapons unraveling rounds. Unraveling rounds is very useful for it's like one of the champions. It's either like barrier or unstoppable or something like that. You need unraveling rounds in order to stun them. On to this one is completely useless on this build, but we'll leave it. Threadlings travel farther and deal additional damage. This might help if you have a gun that has threadling or something, but besides that, not really. This is the one that I want to be able to use. Suspend, unravel, and sever effects applied to targets have increased duration. This seems to be the only other fragment currently available that would really help for this build that I'm envisioning here. So on to the mods. First things first, we're using this helmet. This is the Assassin's Cowl. One of the main reasons why I was having such a hard time switching from Void is just the fact that I didn't have my invisibility. And with this, all you have to do is get a powered melee kill or a finisher blow in order to grant invisibility and healing. And in melee kills do, I think, help with melee or grenade energy or something like that. All I know is, yeah, check it out. Super duper useful hat. We're using the discipline mod because we wanted to get our discipline up as much as possible. I would suggest if you have higher discipline stat armor to use it, because maxing out your discipline and mobility will help you a lot. Also, you want to get your other stats up too. Some of my stats are low. I'm not repping the best armor right now, but this is a good example. You want to get your discipline up. You get your discipline to 100 really quickly, then go for mobility. You do also want to have at least 70 mobility, if not more. Honestly, I wish I had 100 mobility, but my discipline was so low, I just rocked all discipline mods. Arc targeting. Why did I use arc targeting? I thought that was kinetic. Kinetic targeting, there we go. Heavy ammo scout, and hands-on. Gain bonus super energy on melee kills. Pretty good. Bonus super energy, always useful. This here increases grenade throw distance. That's very useful. Collecting an orb of power causes you to gain 1 temporary armor charge. This will allow us to actually web sling farther. Very, very important key thing to note there. Your grenade final blows create orbs of power. We could have used this if we weren't using this, which actually, yeah, we're going to use that instead of that. I don't even use that armor crap. Kinetic loader, and then of course a discipline mod on the arm. Same thing here, discipline, kinetic reserves, unflinching kinetic aim, and harmonic resistance. I just kind of stuck a random mod there, honestly. Recuperation replenishes health each time you pick up an orb of power. That's always nice. Picking up an orb of power grants a small amount of energy to your ability with the least energy. So if your melee is the lowest, it'll get the energy. If your nade's the lowest, it'll get the energy. Super duper helpful. Same with your dodge, but your dodge is usually going to be full on this build. Stacks on stacks, picking up an orb with power grants you one additional stack of armor charge. That's okay, we'll keep it for now. I didn't really know what else to put here. But yeah, discipline, there we go. And now the cloak, once again a discipline. Distribution reduces all ability cooldowns when using your class ability near enemies. Very, very nice. This will make our grenade come back quicker. This will make it a lot more like a spider hunter. Once again, we use that twice, and then Bonner reduces grenade cooldown when using your class ability. Very, very nice. So I do believe that is about it for the Strand subclass setup, and then also our mods. Now on to our weapons, being the Blood Feud, and we are rocking it as a durable ranged barrel. We're rocking as this weapon can fire longer distances. Final blows with this weapon generate improved melee energy. Dealing melee damage briefly improves this weapon's handling. Very, very good. This weapon will handle better when we get final blows with this weapon, causing melee damage. And then also, yeah, so it's pure nothing but a round of perfect gun here. This is going to be giving us that melee damage, which is going to help us get our grenade damage quicker, and it's also going to help us get our super quicker. Everything is working in sync. That's what's important here. Also, it gains increased damage from an improved duration from melee final blows. Very useful once again. Dealing melee damage gives this weapon increased targeting acquisition. Very good once again. It's all built around getting the melees out, and this one is going to be the grenader. So this one right here is just a double barrel for hammer forged rifling. That's just giving us longer range. This weapon can fire longer distance, once again longer range. Final blows grant increased mobility, weapon range, and handling. Very good. Final blows with this weapon generate an improved amount of grenade energy. So every kill you get with this will be generating more grenade energy as well. So if you use this on top of all the mods we just used, on top of the perks we have on our subclass, everything should work out very nice. We will get onto the showcasing this in just a bit. Final blows with this weapon grant increased resilience and additional damage resistance from combat patterns. This will make it where you're less likely to die just by killing things with this. Very nice. I also use sprint grip. And then of course we have our bump in the night, which I'm not going to sit here and talk about every little thing it does. This is just kind of my boss killing gun. I love my bump in the night. I've changed it up so many times, but without further ado, here we go. So we are now currently here, and we're going to look for some enemies, and we're just going to web sling on over there, and we're going to see how many times we can just kind of pop in here and shoot at the enemies, maybe make a melee kill there, and then swing on over here. And as you can see, it just flows very nicely. Now, like I said, with this build, you do still have void invisibility, so if you get low on health, all you gotta do is pull a finisher off and you're completely invisible. As you can see, we have a super here, so we'll use that just to use it, just simply because it does give you all of your grenade energy back. And we are just playing with this. You might not want to be using your super willy-nilly like this normally, but that's okay. That's not what we're doing here. This is just free roam, so we can go ahead and test this out all the way. So we do need to find enemies. That is the important thing about this. If you want to be slinging everywhere, you do got to be getting kills. If you do not get kills, then how are you ever going to be going anywhere? Because everything relies on kills with this build. But that being said, you can definitely do it, no problem. So you will have to play the game, but that is okay. I think that's what we're here for anyway. And I think that guy's it. If not, we'll just go look for some more enemies. I don't really like using the web slinging to get everywhere, but it does work, and as you can see, we do have another one waiting on cooldown. I don't see any enemies so far. Yeah, one right up there. Fortunately not. But as you can see, it does work very, very good. As you can see here, we're out of charges right now, but we instantly killed that one. Halfway there, this one right here, and almost there. This one should do it. We should be able to swing back into action, and well, we're almost charged. As you can see there are no more enemies besides this guy up here, so we'll take him out. Oh, there's our charge. Let's go find some more enemies before we get bored. You can see here, if you're doing a Vanguard strike or something, you will have a lot more enemies spawning. And as you can see here, a public event. I think I'm just going to let y'all go ahead and check this out and see how Spider Hunter does on this public event here. This is more of a PvE based subclass. I don't really think I'm going to promote y'all wanting to be using this in Crucible and playing Spider Hunter unless you're really good with the auto rifle or you have another grenade generating gun and you're able to swing around and then also aim. It's just kind of a little bit more difficult in PvP, I do believe, than it is in PvE to be using this. But I will be out for now. Y'all can go ahead and enjoy the rest of this public event. Once it's over, the video will be over. But this is the Spider Hunter subclass build. This is mainly a PvE build. You can try it in PvP, and I'll play with it in PvP, but it is definitely not the best for PvP, and I usually don't use these guns in PvP either. But I will see y'all later. Here's the event. Check out Spider Hunter. Let's go.